Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. So I'm doing a bit more infrared photography today. Middle of the day, high summer, so it's perfect for it. Quite a strong northerly wind today, it's quite strong for this time of year. But that's nice because you get a nice bit of movement in the sky there. So I've set the camera up here, again with the wheat in the foreground here, with a nice set of buildings, farm buildings in the distance. Because the clouds are moving so quickly, I'm hoping we do get a little bit of movement. Settings wise, I've got the IR72 filter on, and I'm rating my film at ISO 6, and that's a 400 speed film. And the reason for that is obviously to compensate for the infrared filter. So exposure times and aperture, we're looking at f22, and that's giving me a time of half a second. So I'm going to grab this photo here. So I had a slight change of plan. I decided not to go over to Penzance because I could see it was quite cloudy over there. So I stayed out west here and headed over to Land's End. I don't know if you can see in the distance there, that's Longship's lighthouse. And it's a really beautiful scene here, really stunning. All these fields in the foreground with that wall leading you down there towards Longship's in the distance. And you've got Land's End complex just over there on the left. Really is stunning, absolutely beautiful. So the plan was to get a couple of exposures here. I'm going to get one here where I am now with the wider angle lens on. The 50mm lens, hoping to incorporate some of the foreground here and the wall leading you down towards the lighthouse there. And I'm going to probably get a few different shots here because I really like it. It's a really stunning location, and I'm sure there's a few more compositions to be found. So I'm going to have a little wander around. Settings wise, I seem to be at the same settings as earlier, f22, and that's half a second, obviously with the infrared filter still. Really, really glorious. Yeah, so I'm going to get a few images around here and I'm going to head down. I don't know if you can see in the distance there, that's the coast path. I might head down that way and see if I can find some more images. Use up this roll of infrared film, and then I'll probably then start shooting a roll of FP4, get some standard black and white images after that. It's just such a beautiful spot to be right now. Really warm today. You notice I've got my hat on today. I was out in the sun a bit too long yesterday and I got a bit roasted, so I thought I'd wear my hat today, give me a bit of protection. But yeah, no, feeling good. So I'm going to grab these ones and then we'll go down to the coast path. All right, I'm just going to go and stand up on that rock up there. I'm hoping I can get a slightly different perspective looking down. Hoping I can get high enough to look down on the wall of rocks leading you down. So I'm going to go and have a look up there, possibly get a shot from up there. Right. Oh yeah, that's a nice spot. Absolutely stunning. Such amazing views. Quite windy up here though. Got my hat, but it's going to blow away if I'm not careful. There we go. Yeah, like this. Lovely. So I'm going to set this one up a minute. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's just a lovely scene here looking down towards the lighthouse. Got these band of rocks coming down here. There is like a stack of rocks off to the right here that is a little bit distracting, but I think I'm going to take the photo anyway because it's such a lovely scene. Really is beautiful. I think after I grab this one I'm going to just sit down, have my lunch and chill out for a bit, just enjoy where I am. I'm just going to sit here and have my crackers for 5–10 minutes. Such a beautiful spot. I can literally see the Isles of Scilly in the distance, which is about 30 miles away. It's really good visibility today. And the Wolf Lighthouse, that's 10 miles. Yeah, so I'm just going to sit here for 10–15 minutes, have my biscuits, and then head off down to the coast path. It really is beautiful. No one around, really quiet. Loving it. It's a funny one, photography in the summertime. I really struggle with photography in the summer. I find it really hard working in these conditions, the harsh light. Otherwise you have to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning or come out at 9:30 at night to get the light you want. But you never get that intensity you get in the winter, that crazy light you can get in the winter time, you know, the mood, the drama, the heavy seas. Yeah, I love the winter. I absolutely do. I mean, I love all the seasons, but for photography, winter and autumn are the two times for me. But like, I think in summertime, you just have to get out and do the best you can, really. Excuse me, there's a plane coming over. That's the plane from the Isles of Scilly, that is, if you can hear it. But yeah, just get out and just do the best you can. I think this infrared's a good option in the summertime. It gives you a bit more flexibility of what you can do in this harsh light. But yeah, you know, you just have to enjoy it. It was such a beautiful day. You're not going to get the best images, you know, but it's not always about that. It's just about getting out and enjoying where you are in your surroundings. And I'm certainly doing that with my crackers. But yeah, lovely. Really is. So I'm going to finish these and then we're going to head off down to the coast. So I quite like this scene here. Quite simple. Nice little line cutting through the field here, leading you down to the cottages. They're the old lighthouse keepers' cottages where the lighthouse keepers used to live. So yeah, I'm not going to get shot here, I think. I'm going to set it up. Might get down quite low. Set it up and have a look. That's what it looks like before I stick on the infrared filter. Because you have to compose the image first before you put the filter on. Because once you have the infrared filter on, it's completely black. You can't see anything anymore. So you have to set it all up, get it ready. I quite like it. I quite look at that. Very simple, but it might work. It's just a shame that there's no interest in the sky there, really. So I've set the camera up really low here. I'm just above the wheat here, moving around in the foreground. I've stuck on my 250mm lens and I'm shooting down towards the Longship's lighthouse down there. There's also a boat in the distance. Problem I've got here, I'm shooting directly into the sunlight. With infrared photography, you don't really want to be doing that. You want to have the sun behind you if possible. I'm going to take it anyway. I like to do things you're not supposed to do, because sometimes they come out quite interesting. So yeah, I'm going to take the photo. Highlights are a bit out of control on the water down there by the lighthouse. Yeah, it could be an interesting photo, this one, but I'm going to take it. I like taking the chance. So yeah, 250mm lens, f/22, and I'm doing it slightly less time, an 1/8 of a second I'm going to do, just to try and keep the highlights in the water down a bit. Should be enough exposure there, I'm hoping. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do, 1/8 of a second, f/22, and it'll be interesting to see what comes out this one. Yeah, it might be a complete fail, but who knows, we'll give it a go. So I shot the last image and I forgot to put the infrared filter on, so I can tell you now it is a fail, that shot. It'll be 6 stops overexposed, so everything's just going to be completely blown out, which is a bit of a shame. It's a shame because there's a boat there just hovering over the lighthouse, which really added to the image, and there's no sign of any more boats coming across. So I'll just get the photo now I've got the infrared photo on. Should make quite a nice image anyway. If something comes out, it's like I said, it's a real gamble, this one. I don't even know if it's going to work anyway. So I'll take this one. So I'm going to grab a quick image here, the lighthouse cottages. I think the contrast might work quite nicely on this image. Hopefully the sky will be quite black against the really white cottages there. Simple image, but I'm going to get one anyway and then carry on down to the coast path. So I made it down to the coast path, and the wind's really picked up. It's a really strong northerly wind. I'm just going to get a few shots here. I've loaded up a roll of Ilford FP4, and I like the building down there in front of the lighthouse longships. And there is actually a boat coming across now, so hopefully I can catch this one if I don't overexpose the image. Yeah, so I'm going to get this one. I'm going to take a couple of shots here. One with a wide angle lens with a bit more of the scene, and one with my 250mm lens to crop in on the lighthouse and the building there. So I'm going to grab a couple of images here. I've opted for a free-stock graduated filter to bring down the sky and a little bit of the sea as well, because there's so much glare in the sea. I pulled the grad down quite far, so hopefully that will help there. So I'll grab these two, and then I'm going to just walk over to Land's End, get a couple of images over there, and I'll probably call it a day for today. But yeah, it's been fun, I've really enjoyed it. So we'll grab these ones. So I've set the camera up here. I'm just going to take an image of this hut. Just like the way it's catching in the sun there, and the path sort of leads you around a bit. I've only got a few shots left on the FP4 now, so I'm just using up the roll. I'm going to have a little wander around Land's End up there and see what I can find. So I'm going to grab this one, settings wise, f22, 1/8 for a second. So I'll grab this one, and that's with the red filter.